Everyone, welcome back. I have some freaking exciting news to share with you today. Today we got our 9-pound tumbler. So exciting. I do have a smaller tumbler, which I think is like 3 pounds or 3.5 pounds or something, so it's not as big. But with this one, the hope is that we're going to be able to maybe even fit that one in there. I don't know if it will because that's a large rock, but we're going to get started on our next tumble. So let's do some unboxing together. Alright, so first, this is a Vyuki 9 pounds vibratory tumbler. I actually ran into this online when I was looking at other tumblers, and so I didn't even know things like this even existed. So let's go. And I'm going to have to use instructions because I have no idea what I'm doing, so that's what we're working with. And it's windy. Okay, so it wants me to take these nuts off of here, and then we're just placing those in here. Alright, and then the next step's probably going to break my brain, so let's keep going. Okay, I think we got to figure it out. Taking forever. Look at that beautiful rock. Last one would be, wants me to do this, and that's it. We put together our 9-pound tumbler. Look at that. Now we got to get the operating. We got to start getting some stuff in here so we can start tumbling some rocks. Let's do it. All right, so now we got to pick out some rocks to tumble. I have a bunch here. A bunch of these were from a recent trip just over to the river, trying to find some stuff to tumble. Some of these do have some nice bands going through them, so I think those will turn it really cool. This one here, not sure if you guys can see how closely, see those bands in there. Really excited. I don't, with this tumbler, that doesn't feel comfortable just because this rock is so big. Like, it's just so big, I don't know how well this would tumble in there. But I don't know, maybe we'll try it and see, just to see. I just don't know if putting a rock this big is going to impact the tumbler being efficient and doing what it's supposed to do with the rock. So I got this bunch here. I think I'm going to go with this bunch for now, and then if I have some space in there, you know, maybe I'll throw some of these really cool looking, some smaller ones that I have, you know, just to see what they might turn out to be. So let's try and get this loaded. I was going to also point out, I have this ceramic tumbling media, which is these smaller little pieces, and I may have to upgrade and get some bigger pieces, just with this bigger, you know, tumbler now. So I think these are likely going to be the same. I just clipped my fingernails. Alright, well. Yeah, they're the same. We're going to try it. We're going to try it and see what happens. I think this one's pretty cool. Let's try that one. Do you want to try one of these green ones? Have our nice yellow and red one. And then again with the ones with bands. Another nice red with a dark colored bands on there. Oh, this one. I don't know what'll happen to this one. It has all these little holes on it, vesicles, the banding. So, see what it does. And just throw a bunch of random ones in there, and then I'll have to see how well this even mixes after once you get it going. So alright, maybe that'll be good. And you can reuse this ceramic media too, so I'm sure I'll have to get some new ones soon, but I don't know. Throw those last few in there. Now, is that enough? We're gonna find out. Let's see. Alright, got our water. And we want to fill the water all the way up until the rocks are kind of covered. To the top of the rocks. Add our stage 1, which is our course, with a 9-pound tumbler. I was putting like 3 to 4 scoops with a 3.5 pound tumbler, so maybe doing like 9 or 10 scoops. 6, 7, 10. We're gonna do 10. I don't know if that will matter or not, but let's test it out. There it is. You can see it all. Alright, now we gotta go plug her in. Alright, so... Alright, so I don't know if that big rock is going to allow this to do what it needs to do, so... I'm gonna let it mix for a few minutes and then come back and take a look at it. Sound from that thing is freaking crazy though, but I don't know if that's due to having that big rock in there, so I'll check it back out in a few minutes to see if maybe I do need to pull that big rock out of there. But that thing is loud. All right, so I stepped out of here for like a minute, came back, and I can see that these screws, 2 of these screws actually came out of here, and it started leaking water everywhere. So I guess we'll try and make sure these are really tightened. All right, there we go. And I don't know if that's what was making all the sounds, so hopefully give it another go, see how loud this is. Much quieter. And it's spinning. That might be because it was loose. There it is. All done. It works. Woo! Alright, so I let this thing run for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Tightened all the bolts and everything on it. Looks like we still have some water coming out of like the top area, so again, it's like everything is tight. All our bolts are still in here, so it is working. And I think we're just gonna let it run. That's it. Looks like the 9-pound tumbler is gonna work. And this was about $100 on Amazon if you're looking to get something bigger. My other one is just this smaller, again, 3 or 3.5 pound tumbler with a timer and stuff you can set on it. This one, it does say it should take 3 or 4 days per stage, but it just has an on and off switch, so it doesn't have like a timer. So I'm actually going to have to come back and kind of check on this one as it goes on. So we'll get that going. And yeah, so thanks for checking out the unboxing of the new 9-pound tumbler, and I will have more videos to come once some of these rocks are finished tumbling and the different stages. And I'll have 2 different sets now of rocks tumbling as well, so I'll have some extra videos coming out soon. So thanks for checking out the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later. That thing is messy. So now that we've had a chance to kind of run this thing for more than a couple of days, I really want to go over and reiterate some items with this type of tumbler, and then also mention some things that I probably should have mentioned up front. So first of all, this tumbler is not made for rock specific. This tumbler is actually made for shell casings and ammunition. I believe that's the main thing that people would use this type of tumbler for. So it is not made for rocks. If you do get this, you can use it for rocks. That max line, I don't know where it's at, but I guess some tips: you probably don't want to fill this more than halfway, because once you add water in there, that's what's still making little mists kind of come out of there, and then you get your slurry that's coming out. I did take a couple of bungee cords and I kind of strapped them, put them over the lid to help try and tighten this, but still seems like this is gonna happen. But again, I did fill mine up to like here maybe, so that's probably why also. So something to point out. And then the other thing that I kind of read about this type of tumbler to do with the grit that you're going to use. So your first 2 stages use like a silicon carbide, and the last 2 stages, I couldn't find it, but from a comment that I found, the second 2 stages are using a different material with the grit, and with this tumbler it all kind of gets stuck at the bottom of the tumbler because everything's just going in a circle basically. So if you do use this type of tumbler, I would do some research on the different stages, and I think the first 2 stages you can still use with this tumbler, but then you may have to move your rocks to a different tumbler for your stages 3 and 4. So apologize I didn't kind of point out those things earlier in the video. And then my take so far is it's a little messy, but it does get the job done. So if you're in the market for tumblers and you want to try something a little different, go ahead and check it out and get it online. So thanks again for staying here and watching the video. Subscribe, leave me any comments. Again, anything, if anyone's used any of these kind of tumblers before, any helpful comments or anything else might help me out along the way, certainly appreciate it. So thank you guys, and see you in the next video. Bye.